Bang bang, officially live. Officially live.
All right, all right. I forgot you broke 100, right?
I broke 100.
And
What?
did you take a day off after that, or what
Oh
happened?
yeah. On Monday, I broke the streak.
On Monday you broke the streak. Okay,
Monday I broke the streak. Took a night off finally.
got you,
Yeah,
got you.
I
All
mean I
right.
would have probably wanted to during the week last week, but I was just hyping up UFC White House the whole time. So I
Yeah,
was like, all right, now's the time.
got you.
Yeah, a little refreshing though. Not bad at all. I enjoyed having a day off. And then
And we're
I came
back.
I came back with a bang after one day off. I come back with you know demands to ban Ciryl Gane from the UFC. So we will discuss it.
Okay, okay.
And I said this going into it, so in a way it's like validation, right? By the way, shout
I
out to
do
everybody
remember you
tuning
saying
in.
that. I
Yeah,
do
so
remember
it's
you saying
like,
that.
I mean, I don't, people can call me a hater if they want to, but I said it before the fight. This guy's elbowing him in the back of the head. I mean, what do we?
It's funny. My one of my boys used to be my old roommate.
Yeah.
He texted. I texted. I was like, "Hey, what did he say?" He goes, "What did you think of Gon versus Pereira?" I said, Gon's athletic. That's all I said to him. He goes,
Hmm.
"True, but damn, I dislike that guy." This is what my homie said. I said, haha, no one likes that fool. And he goes, he has the perfect strategy for getting away with dirty shots. It's brilliant, but so frustrating. And I said, he did rocks Alex, though, and then swarmed him. For sure, that's brilliant of his cheap shots.
Uh-huh.
Look back at some of his major fights. This motherfucker uses legitimate speed, skill, talents to land a good, clean shot, drop or stagger the opponent, and then in the middle of the swarm, he elbows hammer fist the back of the head when the ref is very unlikely to call a foul, break it up. Master class in cheating.
He
Ref is
literally.
put in Ref is put in a tough spot to call a foul during a potential finishing sequence, and he knows it! Exclamation point. I was like, man, I need to get you on the show with my boy. You guys are gonna talk the same language.
We're gonna
Because
fucking destroy Ciryl Gane.
I wasn't like personally super like upset about it.
Yeah,
However, I do get this. He's habitual.
it's habitual,
It,
man.
if you know what, and that kind of sold me a little bit. And I actually went back and rewatched it,
Hmm.
and I'm kind of glad I have a different take from you or for some other people. Um, Alex did get back up.
He did.
He did get back up. He tried to fight back. And I think my initial thought was like in the heat of the moment when you're just because I've seen Alex Pereira kind of do like some hammer fist to the back of the head too. So like I've seen a lot of guys do it, right?
Hmm.
And then he did rock him with the 1-2, and then they called the fight. Could Herb Dean could have let him keep trying to swing at him and just completely destroy him? And so then I heard what you said. I heard what Brendan Schaub said. I heard what other people were saying on the fact. And there is a valid point to say this isn't his first time though. And then
Hmm.
reading my boy his text message, like this is just hey, we're just chatting just like boys.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Just like I didn't expect him to have that take.
Yeah.
Um, so
So and this is why I'm so adamant on Ciryl Gane is just because I just gotta always cut through all the bullshit and just say it how it is, even if it's not even realistic. But it's like I need to say it how it is so that people can understand the context of what's going on here. And it's like that I'm calling for Ciryl Gane to be banned from MMA essentially. And the reason why is because, like I've already been down this road with you a million times, he's got a history of doing it, and he
mhm,
should have already been suspended and fined. I said give him he's got like five off the top of the dome that like I know
right,
he's committed. So like let's say after the first two, on the third one they suspended and fined him, right? He comes back after serving the suspension and he does it again. It's a greater suspension the second time around. The third time around you're pretty much cut. And it's like
yeah.
I don't care that they haven't penalized him yet.
Or suspended for like like how they do NFL players. Like if you get suspended for half a season, or John Morant in the NBA, he got suspended half a season.
Yeah, like give
That's
him
a
a
big
year.
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, a year's a big penalty. So there's something to be said on there because you're right. You said it before too. There's real no like meter or scorecard or like actual notes to say, hey, this guy has done this already 3 or 4 times. Damn, he did it again.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I get that.
And
I
so
honestly do.
I say all that to say like I get that, you know, I'm being dramatic. I'll just say it how it is. I'm being dramatic saying ban him because it's not realistic. He's never been penalized. But I'm trying to say ban him because it's like, okay, so if you're not gonna ban him, right? You're at least not gonna penalize and fine him. Like you're still not gonna do that. Like because really there is merit for a ban if you guys would have been doing your job over the last like 3 to 4 years that he's been fouling people.
But we've been saying this too. There's no precedent. There's nothing like set in stone of these guys ever penalizing anybody or keeping a chart to say, hey, when we go into this fight, this guy's already done this 3 times. Like
Yeah.
we're starting literally at ground zero. They haven't set anything in
I
place.
don't even think it exists to where you can
They're
suspend
done
and fine
right,
Gone for a foul in a fight.
right,
But it
right.
needs to. I mean, like that's why I'm
I
saying.
agree.
Like, are we
I
still
get
not gonna
that.
do it? Are we
I
still
get
not gonna?
that.
Because
Well,
in my opinion, this dude should be banned. You know, are we still not even gonna suspend and fine him?
You know what? You know what? And that's when we talk about the press conferences and going into some of these, like, reporters asking these tough questions. If you ever get that chance, that's a great question to ask. Like, hey, Dana, like,
Mhm.
what are we doing about like exactly this? Like, hey, moving forward, what are we going to do about
You
this?
know, like, do you guys have plans in place to suspend and fine this guy if
Right.
he continues these fouls and shit?
And just general putting in a rule for the whole league, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the fighters, not just Ciryl, all the fighters.
General,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
moving forward, like, hey, we're really taking a deep notice on this. And like even after the fight, like, hey, we noticed there was two, nut shots. He's going to have he's going to be, a check mark by his name moving forward because of this, whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
Because now you have Ciryl Gane, right? And you just named a bunch of other things that would be on your personal chart of like his, fouls.
Mm-hmm. And I know that it doesn't really happen in other combat sports, but there's just too many ways to foul guys in MMA, and I think it needs to start being penalized or something. Because
Yeah.
in boxing, there's only so many ways you can foul your opponent. You can't eye gouge, you know,
Right.
and so you can't even kick him in
You're
the
not
balls, really.
kicking. Yeah, you're not kicking or anything like. You're not taking anybody down.
Right. So I
Right.
mean, with MMA, I think they need to add that extra layer to the sport where it's like we are penalizing fouls because fouls are a big part of the sport and it sways things.
Yeah.
So I
And
see.
there's something to be said too. If you were to start a fight and you're like, hey, this guy already has 3 strikes under his name for um eye pokes
Should be
or nut
DQ'd if it
shots.
happens again in the fight.
Or like your mindset's a little bit different when you're in the ref when you're a ref judging that fight. Like, okay, I need to look out for this. This guy actually does this
Right.
all the time.
And it's a
Is he
talking point going into it. You know, the
right?
announcers, as he's walking out, they're going to be making
Yeah.
a point of it and saying, you know, he's coming off this suspension. They fined him $500,000 for an eye poke. You know, let's see how he performs. Right.
500,000 damn.
Well, I mean, you know, after
Yeah.
5 times, maybe the first one would have been a little 50 thou. You know,
Right,
the
right.
second one might be 150 thou. But it's like you're going to keep not listening? 500. Like, I don't know what you want from us. But
Yeah,
again,
yeah, no, I
it
get
would
it.
just with that being said, it would just be a storyline going into it. Everybody would be aware. The commentary, the fighter himself coming off the suspension, the referee. It's just an elevated level of zero tolerance, I think is the best way of
Zero,
saying it.
yeah,
It's an
yeah.
it elevates it to that, to where like because right now in this fight, Herb Dean is getting criticized because he didn't have that zero tolerance with Ciryl Gane, and maybe that's because there was no suspension or fine he was coming off of. But I don't even think that because Alex is like it's Herb Dean's fault, right? But I mean, I guess, but at the same time, we cannot absolve Ciryl of the guilt because I don't think Herb's been reffing all of Cyril's fights. So all the referees have let Ciryl get away with fouls, right? So again,
Yeah,
like, what's
okay,
the common denominator? Is it Herb Dean or is it Ciryl Gane? No matter what the ref is, Cyril's gonna be trying to get away with these fouls, and he's good at fucking sneaking them through. When the fighter
right.
gets hurt, he goes ahead and just throws all the rules out the window and he starts banging you in the back of the head. You
Yeah, I
know?
did rewatch it. He was hitting him in the back of the
And
head
then
for
at the
sure.
same time too, early in fights, he'll eye poke you. It's very strategic. Early in the fight, he'll eye poke you, he'll nut shot you, right? To go ahead and compromise you early. And then once he hurts you, that's when the back of the head shots come in. So he's like a master cheater. And it needs to be, noted.
I will say this on the flip side. There's, in my opinion, I mean, just the numbers. I mean, I think it was 12 shots versus like 56. I mean, come on, Alex Pereira, what are we doing, bro?
And yeah, I do want to say that like Ciryl Gane was probably gonna end up winning that. But again, you're messing up your own victory here, homie. And it's not on me. I need to call it out. It's on you. You know?
Yeah, I thought he should have done a lot more than that first round and just maybe. And that's his kind of style, I think, too. He's kind of a counter puncher.
He
But
seemed a
I was like,
bit
12?
outgunned.
12?
I don't see
12?
the fight going better a second time
Right.
around.
No.
No, he seemed outgunned. He's not big enough for the weight class, in my opinion. I mean, you're going from 85 to 265. Like,
Right.
that's not just one weight class. That's like 80
Yeah.
pounds, bro.
I heard that a talking point in the past couple of days for sure. Yeah.
It's
I
because,
get that.
lightweight to featherweight to lightweight's a 10-pound jump.
And
205 to
I would say this.
265 is a
I would say
60-pound
this
jump.
though. I'd be interested. Let's just say they put him up, I don't know, versus Waldo Cortez, right? Someone that's an upcoming, and he knocks him out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, okay, right?
Mhm.
Everybody would be like, oh, okay, hold on. He just, had a bad night, or because we've seen him have a bad night.
I would like Waldo Cortez. That's a nice test.
That is a nice test,
Yeah,
right? And if
surging.
let's say he passes something like that. Sergey just got a knockout, right? That's another great test. Volkov, another great test. Like, let's say he just knocked any one of those guys out. His name is right back in contention. In a year from now, we're like, hey, he's fighting for the belt again. And then he knocks him out. And then we're going to be like, oh, like a lot could happen.
If those are successful. But I mean, we'll see. I'm wondering where he's going to go from here.
If he loses 2 in a row, then it's kind of a different story, right? If he gets knocked out or something again, we'd be like, oh, okay, maybe it was a bad move to move up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not totally convinced it was a bad move. I just think that he'd have to throw a lot more punches to be active, though. He looked like how many did Derek Lewis throw? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll say I'm a little bit convinced. I'm gonna say move down to 205.
I'm not convinced yet.
Fair enough. So we'll see where his next move is. But
I'm convinced Michael Chandler's done. That I'm convinced.
Yeah. Chandler. I mean, shit. I wasn't even gonna bring him up. Chandler's Chandler. You feel me? I wanted to say something about the main event, though. I mean, that's what I've been waiting for all year. That's what I've been waiting for all year. Some high level shit. Some
wild, bro.
Just some dogs in there. Some dogs in there. I do respect Ilia.
Yeah. Oh, bro. I went back and
his contemporaries don't though.
When I watched it, honestly, I mean the strikes were right there. They were like counts for strike. They were pretty even.
Mm-hmm.
That 4th round, bro, Ilia was still a dog in there. I was a very even round to me.
Mm-hmm.
I maybe would have, just because of damage, which I think the judges look at, but there could have been an argument for 2-2 going into that 5th. But I think the damage was so compelling that I was like, wow. And then he couldn't get up. Then he didn't get off the stool. Then it's over.
I think Ilia for sure won like the early rounds. The first and second.
He won the
were
second
Ilia.
for sure. Well, he won the second for sure.
Yeah.
The first one too, it was, I kind of was like, oh, Justin kind of edged him.
It was body shots versus headshots.
Yeah.
In the first 2 rounds.
Let's see, the 3rd round, the 4th round, it was 20 versus 40 total strikes. So Ilia did lose that 4th round in strikes.
Mm-hmm. And I think the 3rd round he lost as well. That's
the
round where he got dropped.
Yeah.
And the second round he dropped Gaethje with the body shots.
Yes.
Yeah.
In full mount arm bar, he was just on top of him. You know what I mean? He was like, that was dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Justin was slithered from losing that fight.
But I hate to.
What I was gonna tell you though?
Huh.
You know what I was gonna tell you? This is the one thing that stuck out to me. For anybody out there in the world that doubted the heart of American,
mm-hmm.
the heart of someone that lives in the United States,
mm-hmm.
of fucking like fighting through adversity.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Justin Gaethje. Thank you for fucking repping us like that.
Yeah, I mean, on home soil, getting the upset win.
On home soil. Because everybody in the world couldn't. Because I think a lot of people may look at us from the outside looking in like, oh, these guys, I wanted to say weak, but like maybe they don't have that heart.
They kind of chalk up the Americans to be a bit softer.
Spoiled. I don't know what word I want to use. Yeah, something like, you know what I mean?
Not a third world country type.
Right.
Hunger to us.
Right. But nah, bro, with that dog in him.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, so if we're really gonna break it down, like let's say some of the maybe the harsh truths that people are probably gonna be afraid to say. It's like Um, I think Ilia, to some degree, what I've been saying, and I don't mean to do this revisionist history, but I just want to say it. Everybody talk shit on Justin Gaethje. So what I'm about to say, keep that in mind that everyone was talking shit on Gaethje, saying he
Prior,
sucks, and then he just beat
right?
Ilia. So I say all that to say that I think Ilia, at the end of the day, is not as good as advertised, being that a guy like Gaethje just blew him out the water. And I'm not saying Ilia is not good, don't get me wrong, but this is why I called the fight the way I did, because I saw glaring mistakes in Ilia's training, and it's like, yeah, you're getting knockouts, bro, but like technically your coach is not keeping you accountable. And I can never unsee that shit. And then when I watched Justin Gaethje training with his boxing coach, I'm like, bro, this guy's got him dialed, like super accountable defensively and offensively. And I don't know, it's like everyone was it's just a weird concept because everyone was dwindling down Gaethje to be this piece of shit, dog shit, washed fighter, which I didn't do, but then that piece of shit, dog shit, washed fighter just beat Ilia. So what is Ilia now? I
I
don't
mean,
even have the answer for you.
I'll say this: my respect level for Ilia after that fight is gone tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I mean, he's 29, bro. Like, the dude's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
But I think I've been saying this, and you may have been saying this as well. I honestly don't believe 155's for him. I honestly don't believe that, bro, because if he had that same fight versus anybody in 145, he would knock them the fuck out.
Yeah, his power is deadly at
Bro,
45.
he look crazy. Bro, even like he looked like, someone trying to beat up a bigger dude and was damaging him.
Mm-hmm.
If Justin was, maybe 5'8" and 20 pounds lighter and didn't have such big bone structure, Justin probably would have been knocked out too, bro. There was moments in that first round he was dinking him with that overhand right, and you could tell Justin like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like, but he's just so big that he could take it though.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he got him with those body shots in the second, I think everybody was like, oh shit. Like bro, those punches look like stones in his hands.
Yeah.
Justin's body has to be hurting right now.
But it took a lot out of Ilia to get Gaethje down on the ground like that.
Yeah, and so
I think he was cooked after that.
I heard this from Brendan. He said he knocked out Charles and he knocked out Max, but those guys were true 145s.
Mm-hmm.
They moved up to 155. Justin, that's a true 155er.
Mm-hmm.
Patty, that's a true 155er. Like, I think Patty would be able to take a lot more damage. I think BSD would be able to take some of those shots. The question is, can he take the returning shots now?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're so heavy.
No, it seems like it's vice versa of what you're saying as well, where it's like, because he came up from 45 to 55 offensively, with a true 55er, he's not as powerful.
Right.
But then on the vice versa, against a true 55er, he's not big enough to take the hits.
Right.
And that's why Patty, I think what you're trying to say is Patty went 5 rounds and Ilia ultimately got stopped after 4.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just look at the damage to his face, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those hits were heavy. I saw someone say too, like, I think it was John Anik or someone who was like, when you fight down, gravity's kind of helping you.
Mm-hmm.
When you're fighting up, gravity's against you.
Mm.
I was like, and that's just a slither. You know what I mean? Like, but that tenth of an inch can help as it keeps adding on.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about that. That's kind of, there's some truth to that, bro. Like, just science, just plain science, bro. And I thought about too, like, that jab. He just dink. I don't know. I thought about, what would Roofy do with this jab to Ilia?
It'd be a lot for Ilia to get past.
He's so much longer. He's so, you know what I mean? Like, he's so much longer and so much bigger. Quillen, the Tom Nolan kid. These guys are all like 6'1", 6'2".
I think Ilia's human at 55. Gaethje might have exposed it a little bit. And at 45, I think that is Ilia's true weight class.
He'll run everybody. He'll run everybody.
And just speaking about when he did move up, I mean, I do accept it now because it's been the reality we've been living in, and he's been doing decent. He got that knockout over Charles. But at 45, when I heard about him moving up, I had just never seen that in my imagination ever. Like, what do they say? Like, that wasn't on my bingo card for Ilia. Like, I
Right.
did not see, like, that was not in a prediction of mine that Ilia was going to move up. And then there's this whole narrative that, like, well, yeah, Ilia is really big and he's really thick. And you know what I'm saying? But
He
it's
was
like,
even saying like it's hard to cut to 145, bro. You better make it easy
yeah,
again.
yeah. It's like
You
at
better
this
make it
point,
real
I think
easy,
the gig is up. I think the gig is up. You're
bro.
not a true 55er. You should be back down at 45. And I don't. He must have blown up or something. I don't even. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get
But see,
it.
here's my thing. Let's say the winner of this BSD and and Patty, right?
Hmm.
And let's say Ilya gets a chance to beat one of those guys. Bro, I think BSD gets some.
Hmm.
If BSD gets Patty, I think BSD gets Ilya. The
Hmm.
dude is powerful. And so like, but here's on the flip
BSD
side,
could do something to Ilia.
right?
Yeah, it just
And,
depends
and
on the
I,
striking because Ilia does got great striking and BSD got to take that. But he might be able to because BSD's a true 55er.
and he's bro, he's big. He's
Hmm.
big bone. He's like Justin. He's big dude, bro.
And he
Like
might
he
be
ain't
able
a
to get
small
a
guy.
takedown on Ilia and shit like that.
And he might be able to absorb the power. That's
Hmm.
here's my thing. He might be able to absorb the power better. Like, yeah, if you get like 6, 7 haymakers, yeah, you might go down, but not like the one hitter quitters.
Hmm.
I think he goes into that 145. He knocks out Alex again.
Hmm.
I think he knocks out Diego. I think he knocks out Lerone Mofrey. I think who else is it? Mosvar.
Yeah, he cooks them all.
You know what I mean? Like I think he has ground game is decent enough to battle Mosvar on there. I think he knocks out Aljo. His defense, like I think he could probably just say line them all the fuck up
I know. It
and
actually would have
become
been
the
a sick
greatest
ass
again.
reign.
Yeah, and exactly.
It
And
would
so
have been, but I don't think he's going back down.
I hope he does. But see, here's my thing. He's still young enough. He could do whatever he wants. He's what, year 29,
29,
right?
yeah.
You have the world of you can do whatever the fuck you want, bro.
Yeah.
Like I give you respect for trying to chase greatness. Man, my hat is off to him so much, bro. Like
No, I
to see him
respect
in
the
that,
shit out of Ilia
bro.
for
Yeah,
sure.
to see him in that 4th round, bro. To see him without an eye. To see him still fighting, where we see other dudes fucking like, nah, I'm done. I can't do it.
Mhm.
Even though he didn't get up after that 4th round, just going into the 4th round, you just earned the fuck out of my respect, man.
Okay, so let's also address a little bit of the elephant in the room because that's a perfect little segue to it.
Yeah.
Because while us mere, regular dudes, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, yeah, whatever, right? We respect it, right? Because it would take a lot for us to even step in there.
Right.
Ilia's contemporaries don't, right? They don't. They're calling him a quitter. They're saying he quit on that stool. And I think there is some truth to it. Now, this is the one thing I'll say. With all the shit, because I want to. What you said, I feel like this isn't going to pertain to what I'm trying to say now, right? So it's like two things can be true maybe as well, right?
Sure.
But
I get that.
with all that shit he talked, can you quit on that stool,
bro?
Can you quit on that stool, or now you got to eat that shit?
I had the dinner celebration.
Yeah, the night before, celebrating the victory before it even happened.
You know what's funny? You know what I was going to tell you? I was going to go watch that Ilia Topuria documentary. I was like, why? Why am I going to go watch it now?
They need to drop that Justin Gaethje documentary.
Bro, right, yeah. People like, bro, hey, what did we talk about that light?
Gonna get it. I mean, Ilia still got some time.
What are we gonna talk about that light? It got real dim, bro.
Yeah.
It got real dim.
But we'll see how Ilia bounces back from this. I mean, I don't have much suggestions.
Hey, rest up.
Your suggestion is go to 45.
100%.
Okay.
Okay, let's just say this. But okay, this is so crazy, bro. This is why you gotta love fucking UFC.
Mm-hmm.
6 months ago, we're talking about the greatest fight of all time, Alex Pereira versus John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Out the door. That's not happening. I mean, why would John Jones do that now?
Yeah, it's gone.
I mean, you could do
John's
it.
Gone in general.
It's a fan favorite. You could do it, but not after a loss like that. If I'm John Jones, like, why? That doesn't do anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
Ilia versus Islam. Dead.
Gone.
Just gone. And we were talking about these guys becoming the greatest. Dude, Dana eating his word. Dana was just a week ago saying Alex is the greatest of all time. He just side passed John Jones now. Yeah. Now where is they at on that list? Within 72 hours, all these things just got thrown out the window.
Uh-huh. So And I mean, now we might get another good fight though. We could get Patty versus Ilia, or Arman versus Ilia.
Well, I think Arman has to fight. I mean, if
I
Justin
think
doesn't
Arman
retire,
needs to fight Justin personally.
exactly, he deserves it.
But I
Just
think
like
Patty, if
Justin
he beats
deserved it.
BSD,
Oh yeah, Battle beats BSD. Give him Ilia.
yeah, and then it's like
100%.
another #1 contender.
100%. Like
Yeah.
if he rests up, and let's say Patty knocks out BSD. Oh, now you lining up to see Patty. Patty's not lining up to see Ilia.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it would be interesting. But if he gets rocked again or something, like if he goes in there and gets manhandled, like it'd be like, bro, there's no way you can fight at this weight class. There's just no way.
Yeah. But I think because, again, right, what the funny thing again is that people were saying that Patty, there's no way Patty could ever stand in there with Ilia. But now that conversation is completely different. So we did lose, to add to what you're saying, we did lose the Ilia versus Islam fight, right? But it's like in
100%.
some ways we got back the Ilia versus Patty fight, you know, a new conversation to be taking place. And it's proof that the fight will be competitive because Patty went 5 rounds with Gaethje, Ilia got stopped after 4.
Right.
So now we do got merit to see it.
Right.
Versus before, people were writing off Patty, you know?
Yeah. I will say this too, like Ilia, great messages after the loss. I didn't know how he was gonna handle that. You know what I mean? Because that's hard. Like you just said, that's hard to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
A loss like that. A, you said you were gonna knock him out in the first round. B, you already planted his cemetery with the rose. 3, you have the celebration dinner. You know what I mean? Like there's probably 4 of the things I'm missing. All these things that you were building yourself up with all the confidence, and then you aren't even able to get up off the stool after the 4th round. Woo.
Yeah.
Woo.
You got to eat that humble pie.
That is the humble pie.
And if your contemporaries call you a quitter, you just got to take that.
But imagine how you're feeling, bro. He probably still can't even see right now.
His orbitals are like fractured and shit.
Bro, that swelling, bro, that doesn't go down for like 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably like,
yeah, he's
bro, his face is just, bro, his face is probably hurting, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
if anybody catches the replay too, because I was watching the fight last night, not even
I rewatched it too.
Yeah, not even for any like research purposes, like out of pure enjoyment. It's the first time in a long time I've rewatched a UFC fight. I'd say my first time on Paramount for sure that I've rewatched a UFC fight was last night, the Gaethje Ilia fight. But bro, Gaethje was throwing these big left hand or right hands. I'm opposite stance though, but bro, he's throwing these big left hands like on top of Ilia. Like these things are landing like boom, like dink every time, like from above, bro. Like he's straight like dinking him from above. It was kind of crazy. Like he put a beating on Ilia.
You know what's interesting too with that left jab? If you notice, that left jab was actually hitting the opposite eye. Because
yeah, it was.
The way his stance was, he was getting hit like that. And so it was hitting him right here with that left jab. And so that was how that was getting bloody. You know what I mean? And then you had with the overhand right, because at first it was his
the
right
uppercut.
eye was,
he cut it with the uppercut.
Those uppercuts were so clean
the fake single leg, right? The fake single leg, he lets go and then boom, shoots the uppercut.
So smart. I DM'd you a breakdown that someone had showed me that with his coach. And with what they were talking about, I was like, wow, okay, that's a really good, like, strategy that they put together.
Yeah.
And they weathered the storm, man. They really weathered that storm.
He would like close it down by shooting. But
we could be talking this. We could be talking about, hey, he got finished in the 2nd round. We could be saying but that's not how it went down.
Nah. And yeah, shit.
Hey, biggest upset of all time, or what do you think?
I think it's one of the bigger upsets in quite a while. If you look at the context of things, Gaethje, he was on his way out. He really wasn't even supposed to be in this position. It was supposed to be Patty versus Arman, but Arman, being in the bad graces of the UFC, he got overlooked, right? Gaethje, who did
for interim,
for the interim, and Gaethje, who did the UFC a lot of favors throughout the years, he got to call in his chit, his favor. So he wasn't supposed to be in that Patty fight. People counted him out, saying like Patty's the future of the division. Gaethje's washed. Gaethje's old. Gaethje's gonna retire, right?
Yep, that was a layup for Patty.
And he beats Patty. Yeah. Then again, so you escalate it further. Now you're fighting the best guy in the sport. Pound for pound number 2, Ilia Topuria, knocking everybody out. Same narrative. Gaethje's gonna retire. Ilia's gonna knock him into retirement. Blah blah blah. Can't do it. and he gets it done. So I think with the context of things being that Gaethje is on the way out and people are speaking of him like that, he's also 37. Ilia is the best in the sport at this period in time. Think about that. You got the best in the sport at this period in
In his
time,
prime.
losing to a guy who was never champion, who's on his exit door. It's like it's a classic tale, bro. It's actually hard to contextualize it, but it's a classic tale of like a guy who's basically all the way out, upsetting basically logic and all of the masses. Like I predicted the Gaethje win, and I think that that's pretty major. Like I think that's a pretty major prediction because nobody, was picking a guy like Gaethje, and I feel like now people kind of like that gets lost in translation a little bit. But Gaethje is a guy who was completely counted out of this fight. I don't even need to look at the odds really. I don't know where they settled, but I just know Gaethje was completely counted out. So I do think it's one of the bigger upsets. And like I said, Gaethje was completely counted out, and this is the best guy in the sport. This isn't a champion. This, for example, you're not beating Josh Van.
Number 2 in the world.
Yeah, you're not
the number 2.
Yeah, think about all the champions. Ilia's the best guy in the sport.
Yeah,
biggest
star.
Yeah,
biggest star.
And Gaethje isn't rising. Gaethje's over his prime already. He's lost twice in title fights. They're all saying he's gonna go 0-3. So I think the whole context behind everything. I mean, you can't really script a better story. You actually can't even. It's a movie.
Yeah.
And then to add to it, bro, this guy's walkout was insane. I don't even really go crazy over these types of things. But Gaethje, like,
Me neither.
Peeping the Declaration of Independence, walking out solo, no team behind him, into the fray for the U.S., against the top dog. The top dog, everybody counting him out. I mean, it was crazy. The live performance, the music that was playing, like, I wasn't a fan of all the live performances, but that particular song that Gaethje walked out to, that particular musician, mixed with looking at the Declaration, mixed with walking into basically the lion's den, bro. This guy's going in to get killed, slaughtered.
Yeah.
And he fucking pulled it off on home soil.
Yep.
It's actually crazy, bro. That walkout gives me the most insane chills. Like, I see Dana saying it's the greatest walkout of all time. I've been bragging about it like crazy, even before Dana said anything.
Yeah.
And I like it way more than the co-main, because Alex and Ciryl, they had the same walkout. But Gaethje and Ilia's I liked Ilia's walkout too, for the record. I don't think Ilia's was less than Gaethje. Both, I love them walking out solo and shit too, though. It's just so raw, bro. One take. One take.
I will say this, that initially I didn't have that like aura for it, but after the fact, I do.
Mm-hmm.
After the fact, I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I didn't have the like just the White House in the background while they're fighting. I didn't think about it. It wasn't until after I watched it again, I was like, okay, that is kind of cool.
The setting of the White House is dope too.
Right, like literally just the White House is the background.
No green screen.
Right.
Because it looked like a green screen.
Yeah, it was that. Okay, I had to admit, and because I'm being sold on this, you know what I mean? Like I Brendan Schaub, I just heard his podcast too, and he was just like, it will never happen again. If you compare it to the NBA finals, or you compare it to like the NFL finals or the Super Bowl, like these are huge events, right? But you get them every year.
Mm-hmm.
So like this will be one of one. You'll never see it again. So that has to give it a little bit more even stature. I was like, that's kind of true. Like we'll never see it again. One. Right. Like if they go,
it's like the Thriller in Manila. For boxing, Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman.
Yeah.
It adds to the historicness because it was a moment in time, and people can never witness it again. You had to be there.
Yeah, it's something they said like the 7 wonders of the world, right?
Yeah,
like the pyramids. Like imagine a UFC fight at the pyramids. It would be iconic.
Right, but they did that in boxing.
This was
recently.
Iconic. That's the word. It was iconic.
I would say they did that in boxing recently, though. The boxing fight at the pyramids.
Really?
UFC White House. With I don't know if you saw it, but Rico Verhoeven, Alexander Usyk. It was a heavyweight fight. It happened like this year, like maybe a month ago.
Okay.
But again, how you're like, really? That happened? I was just gonna say that UFC White House completely overtook that. The way they produced UFC White House and advertised it, and also the stature of the event, right? Putting your best guys out there to some degree. Like, we can't even talk shit on Gaethje anymore now. Like, Gaethje was deserving to be in that position. in hindsight especially. But that was way more historic than even the boxing fight that recently took place at the Pyramids last month.
And I think too, we talk about this. The matchmakers know what they're doing. They knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
They go 7 for 7. That matchmaker better go to bonus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever that matchmaker was, he's fucking like, bro, like I told you. I told you.
Yeah. I didn't get all my picks right, but I pretty much had all the fights ending in knockout, except for Lopez versus Steve Garcia. I thought that would go decision, but everything else I was like, yeah, all these fights are knockouts. You could kind of see it. Yeah. You could see it.
Sometimes I don't know with Bo Nickel. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna get.
Oh, I wasn't thinking all knockouts. I was thinking all finishes.
Right.
Some had the potential for subs and shit.
And I like Diego Lopez. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna stand in the pocket and see what happens." And he got him and he dinked him because usually Diego doesn't really do that.
Yeah. Hey, so I have a take though that I want to kind of run by you.
Yeah.
So I was saying this last night on stream, and I don't want it to get twisted like I'm being an asshole because I'm actually not trying to be. So you almost got to read between my lines because you know me, bro. Sometimes I'm just too sarcastic because when shit gets so stupid, I got to make like a fucking joke out of it in a way to make my fucking point. So here's my point. And I'm just going to say I'm not even going to preface what I'm going to say. Steve Garcia, Kyle Dawkins, it's time to get regular jobs.
Oh, I'm going to go that far.
So hear me out. And it's nothing against them. It's
Kyle Dawkins, yeah.
Kyle Dawkins, yeah. Okay, Steve Garcia, I'm probably grouping him in a little bit.
He was on a 7-fight win streak.
He was on a 7-fight win streak, but I'm telling you this right now. I've just a prediction. I don't mind being wrong, right? But I'm going to put a prediction out there that Steve Garcia is about to fall off a cliff. The Steve Garcia we know and love, I don't think it's going to exist anymore. And that's why I'm saying, if that's the case, Steve, you might want to go get a regular job.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay,
well, hang on. Let me explain this point first off, and then fire back. Okay. I say go get a regular job because once your future in the UFC, it has been met or your ceiling has been reached in the UFC and you can't reach over this certain hurdle, well, then we all know the foregone conclusion. Once you retire, you're going to have to get a regular job anyway. What's the point in taking this beating? You know, because you're not getting paid. You're not getting compensated properly for this. And so basically, if Kyle Dawkins continues fighting 5 more times, does that mean he doesn't have to go get a regular job when he retires?
I mean, that's a different conversation.
He still has to go get a regular job. So why delay the inevitable? And I'm doing this to make it clear, I'm doing this to say this is shit talk on the UFC for not paying these guys enough. Because if it was me, and I got my greatest opportunity in the UFC and I lost to Bo Nickel after getting cut from the UFC and getting re-signed, I would say, this is done for me. I cannot make a living doing this. I don't even want to take the beatings to make the pennies. I'm going to go put my time in getting a regular job so I can live longer. I don't want to walk around crippled when I'm 60 just to make ends meet. Because that's what these guys make is ends meet.
But fighters don't think like that. But I get what you're saying. And just, I mean, Steve Garcia is 34. I mean,
see what I mean though? He's gonna fall off a cliff.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. You're pretty extreme on him because he was on a really good fight.
And I don't mind being wrong. I'm just putting out my prediction. You know, I don't like Steve Garcia. I'm just keeping it real.
Here's my thing. Let's say because he just went underneath Kevin Vallejos. If Kevin Vallejos knocks him out, then I'm gonna be like, ooh.
Put them in there then.
Put them in there then.
Yeah, put them in there then.
That's a great fight.
Yeah.
Even Aaron Pico. Aaron Pico versus Steve Garcia. I think Steve wins that fight.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, but to my point, should the UFC be paying these guys more so that they don't have to go get regular jobs when they fucking lose to Bo Nickel? I mean, I don't think that's cool. But I'm just being frank about it and tell me I'm wrong.
No, I get where you're coming from. I get it.
It's no hate on Kyle Dawkins. I'm actually backhandedly, in a way, trying to stick up for Kyle Dawkins. I think he should be compensated more. I think it's sad that, like, just by losing to Bo Nickel, like, now his career is kind of, like, washed. Like, I wish these guys would make more money to where that doesn't have to happen to them.
Well, he was funny is, like, even today, like, or yesterday, how's Bo Nickel in the top 15 and he didn't even beat a ranked guy?
Yeah, I mean, shit. That's crazy. Privilege. I don't even pay attention to the rankings right now.
But that's crazy to me. You didn't even beat a ranked guy. Wait, you got in the top 15?
Was Bo unranked before? I don't even
know.
Okay.
Both of them were unranked. They're both unranked.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
That's crazy.
Not Kyle Dawkins. You can't get a ranking off beating Kyle.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, what world do we live in here? What?
Yeah. But, and I guess it's a lost conversation as far as, like, defending the fighters for fighter pay. But yeah, I mean, I think that's where I stand with that.
Because, like, here's my thing. Like, give Bo Nickel Gregory Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see that.
Okay, but how about this? Like the 6 man in basketball,
Mhm.
bench players.
Mhm.
Like, do they have to go get regular jobs when their NFL career is over with? Let's say they put in 12 years in the NFL. If they
Maybe.
spent their money properly, if they're not these,
Right.
you know what I'm
There, that's
saying?
the question. That's the real question.
So do you think that they have to go get regular jobs, or they can retire on the salary they made being a bench lineman in the NFL,
That's a hard question to answer, right? I mean,
making an
because
average of 250 to 500,000 a year?
you would hope that they could.
So I think that Kyle Dawkins should make around 250 to 500,000 a year or something.
Right. No, I'm
I,
following
I,
you.
I'm,
I get
I'm
it.
just,
I get it. I get it.
yeah.
I get it.
Because
get
I
it.
think it's sad that these guys
Hey.
put their lives on the line and have to go, because like we spoke about, I think we touched on it last week or something, but like because okay, here. I always kind of like these topics move, right? Remember last week I was like, Kyle Dawkins, he got to beat Bo. He don't want to go get a regular job. So like the shit I say, it is consistent, and now he lost to Bo. I'm
Yeah.
like, shit, he got to go get the regular job. I'm not lying about it. I'm actually being serious about it. But when we spoke about it last week, you even touched on the fact of, you're like, it's kind of sucky because like in your mind and your perspective into the perception of the world, you were this elite athlete. You were this guy who was in the best fighting organization in the world, a professional athlete. And then you got to go get a regular job and be a normal ass dude. It's just a really weird thing when like I feel like these guys put their all into it and they're just not compensated. I think that they're treated like
Yeah.
shit to some degree because they're not compensated. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like way at the top and then like I gave it my best and I was pretty successful, but I wasn't a champion, so now I'm forced to go get a regular job. Like that shit, I'm just saying, it's a flaw in the sport. It
Now
kind
he's
of
working at
annoys
the
me.
car dealership.
Yeah, like now he's a car salesman. Now he sells insurance.
Yeah.
Now he sells houses with real estate and shit. Like I mean,
Now he's a yoga teacher.
yeah, all of those exist. There's former UFC
what
fighters that are all those things, homie. There's
Hey, what are the homies in the chat saying?
well, I have to say, there are former UFC fighters that are yoga teachers, real estate agents, car
All of the
salesmen. They
above.
are
All of
these
the-
things, and we're
I know.
trolling it. But bro, this is so fucking disgusting and sad. It's actually not even funny. I'm gonna stop laughing now. Let's read the chat. Somebody did say, I think they like this topic. C Blue, shout out C Blue. I haven't seen you in here, but good
What
shit,
up,
homie.
C-Blue?
He says capitalism sucks. Never get a regular job. Shit, I'm somebody who says getting a regular job is the gayest thing a man can do. But I respect it at the end of the day. I respect it. I don't look down on a man. But for me,
Yeah.
I feel gay as fuck going and getting a regular job. And I know we all do. But you got to do it, and there's no hate on it.
Right.
We are all slaves. Jobs are slavery. We don't need to work. They trick us into working. Might as well take another 4 beatings for 50K each. The average regular job barely pays 50K a year. I mean, to some degree, that is true, Jew. That is true. He's making about as much, yeah. Being like Amazon drivers and stuff is like 50K a year, right? Something like
Is
that.
that? I have no idea.
I don't know either, but I think it's about that. UFC at the ground zero, James Pond. Is he a cop too, like his bro? Kyle Dawkins' big brother is a cop. He's actually a former UFC fighter. He had to stop fighting and go back to regular work too. It seems like it's a joke on my behalf. I swear to God, I'm being completely genuine about all this.
Yeah.
But it's like I say, I have to troll it to get my point across, or else people it'll go over people's head. I'm sure they get jobs inside the league somewhere, if you're lucky. I think there's a lot of guys lining up for the commentary.
Like an announcer. Like
that's a laundry list of dudes waiting for that role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be like an ex-champion.
Yeah.
You're not just putting like all those guys that are on that like anchor desk.
They're former champions, and if you're not a former champion, you got to have a personality.
That's true.
Bo is a multiple-time Hodge Trophy winner, wrestling champ who trains at one of the best gyms in the country for 5 years now. Let the man be top 15. We'll let him beat somebody in the top 15, and then we would have no problem.
Yeah, I mean, beat somebody in the top 15.
I don't care. I don't care how many. He could have 10 Hodge trophies.
Yeah.
This is the same thing about Gable Steveson. Until you prove something in the sport you're competing in, miss me with the bullshit.
I mean, low key, this is why I go back to the matchmakers. The matchmakers kind of knew what they were doing, right? That was kind of a setup.
Yeah, it was.
They were like, bro, watch. He's gonna knock him out. Watch.
Kyle Dawkins straight crumbled too.
Here's the other one. The Zahabi fight, bro. Zahabi looked horrible.
Bro, he thought he could win the fight with straight leg kicks. It was all leg kicks.
The matchmaker had been like, told you. I told you.
That was the easiest pick of the night.
Bro, set up something. Hogan, Derek Lewis looked horrible. That was a setup, bro. We had setup. There was 3 setups in that fight. The Michael Chandler setup, bro. The matchmaker knew that shit. They knew Ruby was gonna fucking kill Chandler, bro.
Chandler got dog
I don't know what the fuck Chandler was doing. Bro, he looked horrible.
Hey, if you asked Chandler, he wouldn't even know what he was doing.
Hold on. Derek Lewis retired. Michael Chandler retired. Zahabi, I don't know, bro. Go back to coaching. Go get your other day job. Go get a day job.
He's gonna need one too.
There's your answer for you. There's your 3 answers for you. Steve Garcia, stay in it. You still the dog.
Okay.
Alex Pereira, still a Hall of Famer. Ilia, go recover. Those were actual fights. The other 3, bro, they were just like, hey, we know exactly what we're gonna do here.
I would say that the main event too. I don't know if I mentioned this. The main event was very motivational. It was really motivational for me.
Yeah.
You know, I just
empowering.
Yeah. I love watching fights like that, man. And it's what we've been missing.
And for the Bo Nickel fan, just answer this. Be honest with your heart. What's gonna happen when he faces Gregory Rodriguez? What's gonna happen?
Gregory. Should we? But I love it when
give
MTK.
Him RoboCop.
I actually
give him RoboCop.
You know, this is part of the reason why I like from the very beginning. I always wanted to do the podcast with you because I knew that like you can speak for like, you know, sometimes I think I'm too hardcore and too like dived in deep to see some of these matchups, but that's where you come in and you throw out something like fucking Gregory Rodriguez versus Bo, and you're confident in Gregory. And I'm like, well, shit, I might be a little bit psyoped from Bo's wrestling, but your confidence in Gregory, now it's kind of like balancing it out to where I'm like, all right, I'm down to see that.
What about Jared Cannonier? Who do you got? Jared Cannonier or Bo Nickel?
I think Jared Cannonier is a harder fight for Bo, yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I think Gregory might be a bit easier of a fight for Bo. But again, I like to see those, and you're kind of hyping me up, low key.
Dude, Rodriguez is a beast, bro.
Let's run it with Rodriguez.
I think that loss versus Jared Cannonier was the best thing that could happen to him. He went through Roman Kopylov. That was a fight. He just KO'd Fiera. I mean, the dude's fucking an animal, bro.
He got that rematch back against Bruno Silva, right? Or something. Yep. I don't know his name.
Was it Pereira?
Bruno Ferreira.
Yeah, Bruno.
Yeah.
KO.
And that's that was coming off a KO loss to Bruno Ferreira in the past. Wait, I wanted to read a couple of the chats. Drew goes, Jeff Neal is a Texas Roadhouse waiter. Do you see what I mean, though? It's no troll. I'm trying to.
Duh.
It's the truth, though. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy.
There's no way he's a waiter right now.
Texas Roadhouse. Yep. Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, Jeff Neal, Texas Roadhouse waiter.
Stop it,
Server.
bro. Stop it, dog. I'm not pulling up the Texas Roadhouse right now.
Welcome to Texas Roadhouse. May I help? May I take your order?
Stop, dog.
Welcome to Texas Roadhouse. My name is Jeff. May I take your order?
Oh, no.
You want to try the special ribeye this evening or the prime rib?
That's not true, bro.
Tonight we're offering a prime rib for $49.99.
Nah, you cap it, Obi. You cap it. Don't do that.
You fucking that audio is too good. How did you do that?
I got the mixer on right now.
Oh shit! I need to get a mixer. I've been seeing the streamers. They be pressing these buttons when they tell a joke, and it's like, like these fucking like these reactions.
Let's see what else we got here.
I didn't hear it. You got anything else?
Okay.
Oh, let me read a few other chats though, because they're enjoying some of our conversation. Jugo Zahabi always looks horrible. LOL. That's how he fights. It's ugly to look at, but usually effective.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, that's the one thing I think some fighters miss is like, bro, you got to actually look cool in there too, to some degree. Like there's an aspect of like, you got to try to look a little bit cool.
He looks like a coach that wanted to become a fighter.
He's too technical and it's like ugly to watch.
Yeah.
Chandler got off light. I thought Ruffy was going to do worse, says one zombie. Chandler and Lewis look significantly slower.
Dude, thankfully the judge stepped in because he would have looked like Ilia Topuria.
Drew says the Chandler that fought Gaethje would have had a better chance of beating Ruffy. That is kind of true.
But he's 40, bro. Like Father Time. Come on, we're talking about Ruffy in his prime.
Yes, he's getting older. Bo will be like, let's wrestle. Sea Blue says he gets takedowns and grinds out boring decisions. Talking about Bo or something. The same could be said about Lewis TBH. 80 says, Jacob, what do you think about the fact that Eli was looking past Justin, and that's the main reason why he lost. Ilia?
Ilia.
I don't think it's that he looked
Well,
past Justin. No, I want to say this real quick. I don't think
okay.
it's that he looked past Justin. I think I've been telling you guys this, and I think that people are having a hard time accepting it. Justin Gaethje is the better fighter, and I told you guys this all week. I did not say that Justin Gaethje is going to win because he's being overlooked by Ilia. I said that Justin Gaethje is going to win because he's the better fighter, and this is a bad stylistic matchup for Ilia. When you look at what Ilia brings to the table and what Justin brings to the table, Ilia is going to be cooked in there because Gaethje is like a straight counter to Ilia's best weapons, you know, the wrestling and the boxing. Gaethje got that shit down pat too, you know, and so I would not say that, AD. I would say that, bro, Gaethje the better fighter, and I think people got to accept that. It's hard to accept, but Gaethje's the better fighter. I see a lot of these narratives, and I see barely anybody still saying Gaethje's just better than Ilia. I don't see a lot of people saying that.
Here's a talk about that humble pie. You know what's another humbling piece of pie that he's gonna have to be served? Like, you don't even have the right to have the conversation to ask for a rematch.
Not at this moment in time.
That's hard to swallow.
And I feel like
You know what I mean?
everybody would love to give him it because of how good he's been.
We talk
the
Madden a lot,
past.
and it's like it's you smoke me in Madden, and I'm like, bro, fuck that. Let's run it back, dog. And you're like, bro, I just 28-7. Why would I run it
It's
back?
not gonna be a game. It's gonna be the
Right.
same
Why
thing.
you have and I have to and I'm like just like fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I know I'm better than that. Like, fuck,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That's always the worst
But-
feeling, actually, when you lose a Madden and you can't get it back.
Because look at, and you can tell in that first round, he 100% was convinced that I'm gonna just knock this guy out. He kept moving forward, kept on moving forward, kept on moving forward. He had some shots, he rocked him, but he didn't finish him how he finished all the other guys.
Mhm.
You know, Justin was just able to take the shot. He got rocked, but he was able to take it.
And you know, before the fight, I did mention the part about like Ilia knocked out Holloway at 45, but the fact that Ilia is fighting Gaethje at 55, you got to throw out the result of the Holloway Gaethje fight. You know, because people thought Gaethje got knocked out by Holloway, Ilia knocked out Holloway. This is an easy fight for Ilia.
Right.
But the thing that they missed is that what you said, I think the biggest point, the biggest takeaway, in my opinion, was what you brought to the table as far as like Gaethje's a true 55er. And Ilia was fighting him like the smaller man. It's like, you know, when the little bro, we all seen a video of the little bro cornering Big Bro and just raging on him, punching him, and Big Bro kind of laughing a little bit.
Right.
Not that Gaethje was laughing, but he could take it.
Right.
He could straight take
He
it.
could take it.
And then
He could
one
take it.
shot from Big Bro puts you down type shit.
But and here's the thing too, like, okay, he was smart to start going to the body, but he kind of gassed though too, right?
Because he needed so much power to drop him.
Right.
He needed it.
But there were, oh bro, those were so clean though. They were so deadly.
No, it's
like
filthy.
you do that to the average person, they're done.
Bro,
they're fucking done.
Yeah.
You even saw him kind of like gasp, but when he got on the ground, like, fuck, like you could tell once he fell down, like, fuck, you got me, dude. That fucking hurt. And but that third round, it took so much out of Ilia that he was just like, fuck. It's almost like you got depleted, almost like, fuck, like you still didn't go down.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And if you rewatch the fight too, I think something worth noting is Gaethje was actually because you were saying, you know, Gaethje was hitting the opposite eye, you know, Gaethje jabbing, right? But he's hitting Ilia's opposite eye, not that same side eye, right?
Right.
In my opinion, I think he was targeting it. I think that he was seeing these parts of Gaethje that were compromised, and that's why Gaethje. I think okay. How do I say this? I think that's why part of the reason why Ilia quit is because Gaethje made it super painful for Ilia. I think Gaethje was seeing, okay, his orbital is super swollen, and he's like, boom, I'm targeting that. Boom, I'm gonna keep hitting that. You know, and after a while, bro, it feels like your cheek's probably gonna fall off.
His whole eyes were swollen. You're getting to a point where you can't even see anymore.
Ilia straight hunched over and was like, fucking no mas.
To like some of that reminded me of some of those boxing matches in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know who Marvin Hagler is?
Yeah, of course.
And so he had that epic, iconic fight with somebody else, bro. And they were just going back. They get like both their eyes were almost shut. Like it was like one of those moments. And
imagine less surface area though with the fucking MMA glove.
You know what I was gonna say is like, and I felt like, you know, you ever in any game, bro, any sport, where you give someone like, hey, this always beats them. Whoever your opponent is, like, bro, okay, yeah, you're beating me, but I'm gonna do this, and then you do it, and it still doesn't beat them. And you're like, fuck, like they just took my best like thing I had to throw at you. Now what do I do? And you kind of like scrambling, like, fuck, what do I do now? Like, and then you like don't know how to handle that moment. And then now you're still getting attacked. Still getting attacked.
And you don't have the
realizing,
defensive answers. You keep getting hit by the same shots.
Right. And you're realizing that your best, he took it. He took your best.
Yeah.
And now you're going into those dark waters, the third, the fourth round. And you're just like, fuck. Like, that is demoralizing.
Yeah. I mean, I felt for Ilia. He's like, you could see in that corner, he's like, oh, fuck, bro. Like, my fucking face hurts right now. Real quick, shout out to Jew. Big bag dropper. Thank you for the $10 dono, homie. Jew says, the best boxer. You say the best boxer. We're going to see. We're going to see now. Shout out to Conor McGregor. I think that's what Conor was saying in his face-to-face with Max Holloway that they showed on the broadcast. They released the full video. Wait, it's not playing. Do it.
Watch the Conor button.
The best boxer. You say the best boxer. We're going to see. We're going to see now. Shout out to Jew. Thank you, homie, for the $10 dono.
Yeah, thanks, Jew. Hey, I was going to ask you, like, so this was an interesting topic I've heard a couple podcasts throw up. The top 5 blunders of the event.
Oh, top 5 blunders.
Yeah.
I'd say probably the top blunder is the Ciryl Gane foul, man. I mean, that stuff really bothers me.
Let's add that. Okay, let's add that one. So I'm going to name some and you put them in the order.
Okay. Can you put Steve Garcia's loss in there?
Well, but this is like outside of like just like, for example, Tyson Fury.
Oh, I don't even know the context. Was he at the event?
Tyson Fury, yeah, they had him come up into the event, and then they interviewed him like he was gonna have some big announcements, like, oh, Dana will tell you.
Oh,
like, what the fuck? Why are you here?
Because he's promoting. Yeah, Dana's promoting his event. How gay.
Right, but that's what I mean. So blunders like that, and so like the other blunder like would when the doctor came in and asked Ilia to see his vision, and he almost stopped the fight.
Yeah,
that was one on my card. Like, bro, that was a weird thing that happened there. That was a weird thing that happened there.
He basically said Ilia's compromised. He can't fight anymore.
Bro,
and then Ilia's like, no, I want to fight. And then he's like, okay, fine, you can fight compromised.
And thankfully the ref stepped in and was able to kind of like make the final decision there and not just leave it in the
That is kind of a blunder though. That's an odd one. I would say this because if Ilia, the doctor's job is basically, like, in my opinion, if the doctor does get to a point where they call it, you're only supposed to call it because the fighter is at risk of facing irreversible damage. Maybe losing his eye. If there's a scratch in his eye, it's like we can't gamble anymore. Like, it's already reached end game, and like if he takes one more shot, he's gonna go blind or something. So I feel like the doctor claimed that he saw an end game injury in Ilia's eyes, and then he went back on his word and he's like, nah, he's good. Because that's the only reason to call the fight. You don't call the fight because he's got a cut on his eye. You call it because it's past the point of no return. You can't renege on a call.
I think the peer pressure kind of got to him. Like, everybody's like, no, we're going to keep. Well, here's the other one.
I'm glad it did, though. I'm glad he did reverse it. I just, hopefully Ilia didn't get any
100%.
extra injuries or anything.
So here's where the UFC really messed up. The biggest in my eyes is you should have had your Hall of Famers at that event. If you're throwing one of the biggest events of all time in the UFC history, roll out the Chuck Liddells of the world. Roll Cain Velasquez. Invite him, bro. Invite all your American UFC Hall of Famer fighters to that event, front row. They missed that. They disrespected the fighters by not doing that.
You think? I mean, okay, just with the.
Bro, the biggest.
Well, they didn't have their own champion there
for an American fighters.
They didn't have their own American champion there. I know Strickland talks shit. It would be okay if you say that they didn't need him because he talks shit. But what do you think, honestly?
No, but
should they have put Strickland?
What was that?
Like, should they have put Strickland? I know he talks shit, and okay. Even though he talked a little shit.
Of course they should have, bro.
Okay.
Bro, this is a UFC event. It's not like we're watching the NBA event. We're not watching the NFL event. You're doing a UFC Freedom 250 for America at the White House. Roll out bro, come on. You missed a moment there to roll out a highlight tape of all of your champions. Bro, Chuck
maybe
Liddell
something like an honor, pay homage to all the American UFC champions.
Thank you. Yeah. What are we talking about here, bro?
Even a video package. You don't got to invite them, but maybe a video package.
Nah, bro, they should have invited them all there, but they should have honored them. They should have honored the guys that got you here.
Rampage, Chuck.
All the Cain Velasquez, bro, that was the biggest one in my mind, bro. Like, get him in there. You know how honored they would have felt to be at the White House for America? They helped build the sport.
An American company.
Matt Serra, who's the other Matt that lost to GSP?
Matt Hughes.
Matt Hughes. Demetrius Johnson. Bro, we could go down the list of like 10 iconic guys that should have been there. That should have been there at the front row to say, hey, thank you guys for, look what we've done. Look where we're at. You guys were part of all of this. They missed a moment, in my opinion.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I would say maybe to rank the blunders. Is there any more blunders?
I mean, you had what Hokett said.
Oh, that's a good blunder. That's probably top blunder right there.
There is that. Sean Strickland, we already said. No, there's like the top 4 or 5 that I can think of.
So it's like Strickland not getting invited.
Tyson Fury going on the mic and not saying anything.
Tyson Fury kind of fake promo. Josh Hokett, Michelle Obama's a man.
Right. The no UFC like legends, Hall of Famers.
Yeah, no paying homage to the American
And then
legends.
the doctor with the eye.
And then the doctor. Okay, yeah. I'd say like Strickland.
Oh, there was another one.
Huh.
When Justin did the backflip and tried to do a flip and fell on his head.
Oh, he always does that shit. I would say Strickland not getting invited was a pretty big blunder, especially because he caught a charge too. Yeah. Then I would say Ilia Topuria's eye thing was a pretty crazy blunder. I would say Tyson Fury I'll put at like 4.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the other ones that are existing.
And if the homies in the chat, if you guys can think of one that we're not thinking of, drop it in the chat and we'll read it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I haven't named yet. But I got like 4.
I got you thinking, watch later on.
What are the other 2? What are the other 2 that I haven't named?
Well, that I said the
Strickland.
Right.
Ilia Doctor.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go Hokett number 1, Strickland, Ilia Doctor. 4 is gonna be Tyson Fury.
Okay.
5 is gonna be whatever's left.
The UFC like honoring them.
Not honoring the legends. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say something like that. Somebody said, y'all don't understand the UFC/Zuffa. They want it to be about the company, not the fighters. They wrote off legends like Randy Couture and Wanderlei Silva after petty disputes. It's true, though. That's very true, C-Blue. I couldn't even disagree with you. You're right.
But that's why I think it's fucked up. That's exact. Like you talk about the UFC pay. It's fucked up, dude. Like come on, man.
Fuck Dana White. Dude doesn't want anybody to get shine. That's why the biggest historical fighters were not invited. Shout out AD Kid. They're all on the same page. And Kevin says, what are the odds of Justin and Sean both becoming champs back-to-back events? Shit, what are the odds of me fucking calling that, Kevin? Let's see what else we got here. Jew says Strickland actually tried to sneak in like it was a concert.
Dude, John Strickland's Instagram stories were wild, bro.
Yeah.
He was the side entertainment of the whole fucking weekend, bro.
He was the side quest all weekend.
All weekend, dog.
He was like the cup that stayed full.
Oh, bro, but it's crazy. He's the champion.
I know.
He's the literal champion.
And he's not invited. He's catching a charge for showing up.
It's crazy.
AD says, did O'Malley do enough to get another title fight? And is he as good as he looks now? Or is that the fighter that he's fighting not up to the level?
Oh, the fighter not up to the level at all.
I would say both are true, AD. I would say both are true. I'm okay with O'Malley getting a title shot.
I'm okay with that too, but
and I think that Zahabi
because you know why
isn't that good.
I think it's okay is because Peter Yan really wants to run that back.
Yeah, and Sean got that win over him.
When you get an L, you're like, all right, dog, come on, fuck that. Fuck that. Let's run.
It was a controversial one too, as a split decision.
Oh, it was so close.
Yeah.
It was so close. I gave it to Yan.
A lot of people thought Yan won. Jacob, could Ilia even be the same fighter he was now that he got really taken out? He is, or Raul might broken in his nose, whatever it may be. Can he really come back and be that he was the way that he was before? I think Ilia has a chance to be the way that he was before.
I think he's young enough. He's young and talented enough.
I just
where
don't know
he
if 55 is the weight class like we were talking about earlier. I think I have no doubts at 45.
Oh, no doubts.
But I mean, if you're losing a 37-year-old Gaethje who's on his way out, I think that you probably do need to take that into consideration that you're undersized for the weight class, because you were getting beat up by him.
I honestly think, bro, he would get beat up by BSD. That was the initial thing I thought of. I was like, bro, how would he handle BSD?
I mean, yeah.
BSD's a beast.
Let's see what else. Merab is a bad matchup. Peter Yan will stand with him. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing for like just Sean O'Malley. It's Yan, Merab, Sean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did Sean already fought Umar, right?
Mm-hmm. No, Sean didn't fight Umar.
So there's a matchup. He would hate that though. He would hate that matchup.
It's like making him earn it too much.
Oh, he'd have to. Oh, he would hate that, bro. He was over there. You know what I don't like about O'Malley too? He's a little fucking powder, bro.
Does he?
See him pouting at that press conference? I didn't get my bonus, bro. We gave you Zahabi. Feel lucky that we gave you a layup.
That's what happens when you kind of inflate the market with O'Malley, though. He thinks he's like one of the top stars. It's like, O'Malley, you're cool,
like,
but homie, don't get it fucking twisted.
If I was him, I'd be like, bro, that was easy money. Come on now, who's next?
Don't get it twisted, O'Malley.
Who's next? Line him up, Dana. I'd have that attitude. And he wouldn't even on Ariel show. Quite, I didn't get the bonus, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I know.
Go sell one of your Lambos and get a bonus.
You got plenty of them, homie. You got plenty of gifts throughout your UFC career. Okay, here's another blunder. C Blue says Mike Winkeljohn, Steve Garcia's striking coach, said get the fuck out of my way.
Okay.
He said get the fuck out of my way to a security guard in the cage on live mic on air.
Really? Ooh, okay.
So I guess they were in the cage, and he said, "Get the fuck out of my way." When I guess he went to go check on Steve after getting KO'd, I would imagine.
Really?
Because when else is the coach going to be in there with them?
That's a good eye. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to C Blue. I noticed that. I was like, all right, let's read that one out for homie.
I like that.
Mehdi says, Justin took Ilia down. Now we understand why Ilia said he would vacate the belt if he has to fight Arman. Oh, we're doing this again. I don't like doing this.
What's it?
This thing about like Ilia's been ducking Arman and shit, and like Arman beats the shit out of Ilia. It's like, bro, let's just see it. I don't like the whole certainty. Justin took Ilia down. Now we understand why Ilia said he would vacate the belt if he has to fight Arman. Meaning now it's proof Ilia was ducking Arman because he's not confident he can wrestle with Arman. But that's why you
gotta. This is what I said earlier. All of this doesn't even matter anymore because it's all a fucking mute point. He can't fight Islam anymore.
Yeah,
that's done.
And Arman's going to the belt now.
Arman's going to the belt now. That's solid.
Why do you think
now you gotta go recover, get your fucking motivation back, get your confidence back. Like, bro, he can't even step outside right now and look at people.
Yeah. No, that's why I don't, know.
I bet his ex-wife's like, hey, we're probably gonna take a couple weeks before we bring the kids over. I don't want them to see daddy like this. That's how bad it is right now. When your own kids can't come see you, because like, what happened, daddy? Crying, like, dude, it's a whole mess.
The girl doesn't like to see him all cut up and shit.
Bro, you don't want your kids to see you like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dad's supposed to be your protector.
Ilia's son was there the whole week, though. I bet you he saw.
Bro, that's hard, bro. For a kid, dude, that's trauma.
It is. Derek tried to help people when the tsunami hit, but he was too slow. Oh, that's just a joke.
Bro, Derek looked horrible, bro.
Umar redheaded stepchild. Derek always looks horrible as of late. Dude. Is he? He's not retired yet.
He took a bro. He just took a.
Yeah, bro was rolling from his stomach to his back, just getting his ass beat by Hoki. It was kind of sad. It was kind of sad. We were missing the Black Americans on there. I wish we had one more.
You know what's funny? You would think 90% of other shows would have just had Hoki. We barely talked about him.
Yeah.
And I will say this, and I told you this before. Hoki, you're at a position where you don't need to do none of this anymore. Your fight and your skills are speaking louder than the antics. Don't get it twisted.
Bro, he gets me every time, though. I was with you, and then when he's doing that thing, like, on the press conference, I was, like, liking it low-key. He just sticks with it so long that I'm just like, all right, fine, I'm gonna accept it.
I accept it, right? But it's one of those things where it's like, you already won. You already won. And if
Mhm.
you're gonna do it, like just give me the bad guy 24/7. I don't need 4 different personalities. Give me that one and stick with it.
Yeah. At the
Just be
press
if you're gonna
conference,
be
he's
that
like, "Oh, excuse me, I don't want to interrupt." He's like all shy
right.
and shit like that.
Yeah. Because but see, like you're it's almost like when you're sold on something. Has anybody ever said this? Like if you already sold on something, stop overselling.
Mhm.
Like now it's kind of getting a little like, okay, it's giving oversaturated. It doesn't have the aura anymore to it.
Mm.
Eventually people will get sick of it. But the fact that you were able to go in there and knock Derek Lewis out and do your fucking job and do it convincingly, bro, that speaks volumes. That speaks way more than anything you're gonna say outside of here.
Mhm.
Build up the fight. Don't get me wrong. See, Sean Strickland's really good because Sean Strickland will like just give you his opinion, and they're
Mhm.
just so out there.
Without a
Josh
gimmick
Hogan
to
needs
it.
right. It's a natural just gimmick.
Right.
That's why I love it.
Yeah.
Like I hate him or love it for it. Where Hogan's like it's too, but he's winning. So that's the thing. He's winning.
So you know, you got to let him ride while he's cooking.
Right.
I would say about Hoka, I had something to say. Oh, a lot of people mad about this Michelle Obama is a man comment.
Right.
Like I'm talking regular everyday people too. They
Oh,
see
there's
this and they're like, "Oh,
super.
that's really disrespectful. He
It's out
shouldn't."
of pocket.
So
Yeah.
so I mean, to be honest, I watched it. You know, pull out the pitchforks now. But when he said it, I started dying laughing. I wasn't expecting it at all. I was fucking laughing. But I
Yeah.
mean, everybody's really mad. And then Phil Rowe came out. You should know Phil Rowe, right?
Yeah.
Phil Rowe was like making it like, why are they tearing down black women? So
But
it's
you
like I don't think
but
it's a
you
race thing.
but you got to understand like when this side of or this demographic of people have been had these bullet point talking tracks against them for centuries,
Wait, is it
right?
a common thing that black women look like men or something?
No, it's a common thing where white men have put down black women,
Hmm. I think
you
black men
know.
put down black women too.
Well, of course, you know what I mean, but I'm just talking about over like segregation and over racism, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like so when it's going to be a trigger.
Hmm.
Anybody does it. It could have been Ilia said it. It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody who would have said something like that. Like, why are you disrespecting like our people? I get
So it's
where
like
they're
racist.
yeah, definitely.
I don't
So
I
I
don't
get
find it, but shit.
but that because you're not integrated into that world really. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you maybe I don't know how many black friends you have, but a lot of them like if they were to look at that like dog, like would you say that in front of someone like that?
Okay, let's get messy then. Let's get messy then.
Yeah.
So with what you're saying, I've heard this narrative that black men say about black women, where like if you're talking about that segregation and shit like that, they say that like the black women have always been the demise because like the black women would be getting like banged by like the white dudes and shit. And
Mm-hmm.
like they will switch up on their own. Like a lot of there's like videos out there that like they'll be like, you know, black women never call out. Oh, you know that guy Chud the Builder?
Maybe. Yeah, I
He was
think
the
so.
one
The
race
one that
baiting
had
the
that
black
girl
people.
that
But black girls were coming up to him and be like, "Oh my god, like it's Chud. Like I don't care that you don't say the N word." Like so black guys are like, you know, black women cozy up to white men.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put that out there.
There's a thing, but like you're gonna see a certain class of black, like even Jamil Hill. I don't know if you know who she was, but she's a reporter for ESPN.
Hmm.
Spoke out against it, and then
What did she say?
that how super out of pocket, super out of
So,
pocket.
and I'm not trying to minimize. I'm trying to understand. So it's really racist.
Oh, 100%,
It's
100%.
crazy. I
But
don't see the racism
but I
at
don't.
all.
But see, the thing is, I don't think Hokit's racist. Just
Because
like
I
I
thought
don't
this was
think
always, and yeah, I don't think so either. But I
I
thought that
don't
it
I
was
don't
always
think
a narrative about Michelle Obama. Like that's not the first time I heard that Michelle Obama is a man. Everyone is like, there's a conspiracy that she's trans.
right. So like, but
It's not all black women. It's like Michelle Obama.
but there's a narrative around the talking point of
Okay.
like you're talking about centuries of like of
Let's chat
oppression.
GBT it. I want to chat GBT it.
Sure, do it.
Okay.
Oppression. Centuries of an oppression of a certain race, and so when things are being said, they're going to be definitely triggers. And of course, black women are going to take it personal because maybe someone in their family has been called that by someone that, you know, was the opposite race. But I don't want to get too far in the weeds. For me, I'm more on the side of like Hokit, I think personally knew what he was doing to say that. He was able to get more eyes on his brand.
Mhm.
Love him or hate him. I don't think he really like has anything against Michelle Obama.
Yeah, and I think people are twisting it then because I didn't think he had any racism to it, but everyone's taking it and being like that's racist. I'm just actually curious to see like what ChatGPT might say
Yeah, me too.
because Phil Rowe was actually heated about it.
Yeah, but you seem like you could. I wonder what Buckley thinks.
I actually talked to Joaquin. He's like, I don't really. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because some people are gonna be down the middle, like, hey, you know what, whatever. You know what I mean? Some people are gonna be like, nah, bro. Like, they're gonna be very hard stance one way.
Yeah, he said. Basically, he said Josh knew what he was doing, and then he said, you know me, I don't mind it, but the comment was just uncalled for because why you thinking about the trans community anyway, but not too much, uh, but not gonna pay it too much mind because it's gonna fall on deaf ears. That's what Joaquin said. And, I get
Yeah,
it.
I think he knew what he was doing too. Just on like, hey, more people are gonna be talking about it. Like, they hit a ton of headlines. Um,
Geez, ChatGPT's
up-
charging now or something. Let me go to
oh
X.
wow.
They're like trying to get me to buy a package. Okay, Grok, right?
Yeah. All right, I got 5 minutes anyway.
Okay, was it racist for UFC fighter Josh Hokit to call Michelle Obama a man in his octagon interview at UFC White House? No, calling Michelle Obama a man is not racist. It's a false derogatory claim rooted in conspiracy theories, often with sexist or transphobic elements. I don't really like it's like give me a good explanation, but it's like referencing a YouTube video.
Really? Yeah, but it's just pulling things off of the. Let's see if I
UFC
can
fighter
find.
declares Michelle Obama is a man after winning match at White House. Let's say this. Why are people mad at Josh Hokit for saying Michelle Obama is a man in his post-fight interview? Why are people mad at Josh Hokit? People are mad primarily because they view Josh Hokit's comment as crude, evidence-free, personal attack on Michelle Obama that promotes a long-standing conspiracy theory. It is a long-standing conspiracy theory.
But who created the conspiracy theory?
White man? No comment. No. All right. All right, let's I think we can get out of here on that one. That's too fucking funny. Let's actually get a consensus from the chat real quick and just see. It's good. Uh let's see. It's because black women and gays could say whatever they want. When a white man does, he's demonized. There's some photos of her looking manly as fuck. Oh god. Uh
But I mean, we could say that about like almost 90% of NBA women players, WNBA players.
mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's on social media now with Obama using Hokit's comment to raise a stink that Trump was supporting a negative message or something.
and that's just another spin, right? Another talking point.
Yeah. Kevin from Chicago says they're making a racist issue like a bunch of liberal sissies. Oh my. All right. Shit. Shout out to all the boys in here. Didn't Candace Owens accuse the French woman of being a man? No one accused her of being racist. Yeah, this is shit. You know what though? I will say this. This is
There's
this
two
is
sides
what
to every coin, right? Of course.
two sides, and this is why I think in overall perspective, this is what you want when you're a guy like Josh Hokett. You want to create conversation where there's two big sides going back and forth.
Right.
You know, so mission accomplished, Josh.
Well, I mean, even Sean
Mission
Strickland. I mean, there's a
accomplished.
lot of things he said. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, dude?
He gets the
You
Christian
know?
communities and the Muslim communities kind of going at each other and shit.
Jewish community.
Yeah.
But nobody. But he played. But he's what I do like about Sean. He's like, he's not just sucking up to Trump. Like he'll call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I respect it too. That's the one thing I ask. You know, just keep it real so I can trust you. If someone does fuckery, I need to hear you say that they did fuckery so I can still trust you. You know.
Right.
All right, boys. Oh, AD says Jacob, Obama and Michelle didn't do anything for black people when they were there for 8 years. Empower not a single thing to help the black folks in America. So I think he's gonna say so. Fuck them. And then someone says, "LOL for real AD." I have heard that. All right, shit. Obama, he the most hated. Michelle Obama, she the most hated. All right, boys. Peace out. Thanks for watching. I want to say thank you, Drew, for dropping a $10 dono. And yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back next week. Or MTK, are you gonna be back next week or?
Yeah, I think so. I'll text you over the weekend though.
Okay, we'll get MTK. You know, when we get him next.
What do we got? Who do you got? Cape or
Yeah, who is he fighting? Horiguchi?
Yeah. I think he beats him.
I'll go Cape.
Then he calls out. I think he calls out Josh Van after that.
I'll go Cape. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, boys. Before we end it, we got to say it because it's in the title. Ian Garry versus Islam Makhachev announced for UFC 330.
That's sick as fuck.
Yeah, so we got that fight official.
The only thing I didn't like was the co-main. Like, where's Wei Lee?
Oh, who is the co-main?
Jillian Robinson.
Oh, I mean, shit.
Like Wei Lee she should be right there. Hey, but I was gonna say this. We'll end on this too. Should they put Sean Brady on the card?
If he wants to.
Who should he fight? Carlos or Michael Morales? Oh, I mean, I guess he already lost to Michael. So JDM. He's number 4.
Brady versus JDM would be cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, Brady versus JDM is cool to me. All right.
I can see JDM winning that fight.
I think it's a good test.
That is a good test.
Yeah, for both. You get past JDM if you're Sean Brady, respect. And JDM gets past Brady. I think he's back.
You keep your spot.
Yeah, back in the swing of things.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Peace out.